Alright, we have comics I have bought recently. There is over 100 comics here, close to 150, so I will try to get through these quicker than normal. Opening with what is single-handedly the least inspiring of the bunch. This is a Wesley Snipes comic from the 90s. He fights the Dracula, and I have zero expectation of this being any good. And then we follow that with some of the most valuable comics I got. Captain Marvel's issue 25. This is the second appearance of Phineas. The first issue of this series by Jim Starman. Issue 26, which is the first appearance of Lady Death and the first cover appearance of Phineas. Issue 27, some would argue the first appearance of Shade, the Changing Man, Phineas's brother. It is his first full appearance. Before this, he only appeared in the background of a flashback explaining Phineas's origin in Phineas's first appearance. He also had purple skin in that single panel appearance. Jumping to issue 30 now, because I already have 28 and 29. I don't think there's anything necessarily milestone about this other than the story being told, with Phineas obviously being very important. Issue 31 now, guest star in the Avengers, Dax the Destructoid, and Moongarden. And then our final issue with Captain Marvel's, the real one, Mar-Vell. This is issue 34, the first appearance of Nitrous Brio, N. Brio. Final issue by Jim Starman. Only need issues 32 and 33 now. Slowly, ever so slowly, have I been rounding off this series. Black Stars, a moderately lengthed DC Comics series from the 90s. Lasts about 40 issues. Space Cops, similar but different to the Green Lanterns. This is issue 23, and this is when Donatello from the Tiny Titans becomes a Black Star. She will be a main character from here until its cancellation. We have another Tiny Titan making a guest appearance alongside her in issue 27, Star Fox. 28. Some of these comics are very easy to get through because I have nothing to say about them and know little of what happens inside. Here is the second most expensive issue of Gargoyle by Jack Quimby. Issue 7, the one with Clarion, the little shit. Gargoyle number 9, more Jack Quimby. Love the cover here. Issue 14, which features the return of Clarion, the little shit. And issue 15, which is the second part of the return of Clarion, the little shit. And the little shit has removed a bunch of text from his speech bubble and put a 9p stamp on the cover. What a little shit. I have also gotten giant chunks of 2 different titles. This is the first of them, and this is Doom 2019. John Roger Moore and Broderick Kingsley's Mr. Doom solo series. Mr. Doom travels to the future, and it is great. Ulterior motive is that issue 1 has a shiny cover. I also have issue 2. This is my favourite 2019 title. I really like the idea of dumping Mr. Doom in this future world where he can be repositioned as a hero instead of making Mr. Doom a hero. Issue 3, I won't explain the plots or character arcs. That is stuff I'll explain if I get around to reviewing them. You get a hint of an ongoing theme with this cover. Number 4, this is the end of the opening story arc. I got tired of waiting for this to be released as an omnibus, so I just thought I'll buy the series. 5, nice cover here. Issue 6, another neat cover. 7, followed by 8, and then 9. Issue 10, spotlighting one of the supporting characters, Wire. He is Mr. Doom's tech assistant. He helps Mr. Doom come to terms with and understand and utilise the technology that he has obviously missed in the near century since... Actually, I'll explain very quickly the idea. When Mr. Fantasticals and Mr. Doom appeared to die in Fantastic Force 381, the idea was that what actually happened to Mr. Doom was he was shunted forward in time to this future. So yeah, the idea is this character is actually Mr. Doom, the real Mr. Doom. And it's not until the last gasp of the 2019 line that they retcon and ruin that notion. But I believe in original intent, and for the first 39 issues of this series, this is Mr. Doom. This is issue 12. Before this was 11. 13. Here is 14, which is part of a crossover, and it has a cover by Ron Lee, which connects with the 4 other parts of the story. I will say I am open. I don't feel the urge to get the crossover. I have read it plenty of times. I don't want to get it. I expect in a couple of months' time, I'll be showing you that I have gotten the other 4 issues, because I am as weak-willed as a pigeon. Number 15, really nice shot of Mr. Doom on 16. 17 here. 18 with another great cover. All these covers are by interior artist Broderick Kingsley. Well, except for the one by Ron Lee. And another couple later on, which I will point out. Issue 19. Do not worry for a second. This is already been set aside for a covers video. I absolutely will be doing covers with dinosaurs at some point, and I am spoiling things, letting you know this is going to be on that. This is 20, and it's after this that the issues become a bit more scarce. I used to think the word was scarce. I think that might be a British or Geordie or inbred thing. Now this is issue 21 of Excellent Men 2019. I accidentally thought it was Doom 2019. It has a cover by Sailor Tim. I think Mr. Doom is actually in this issue a lot. And this character is something I can do a video about. This is an acceptable mistake, I reckon. Then we have 22, 23, and 24 in my opinion, as a cover that is far too similar to issue 4. Big issue 25. This is the non-shiny version. And that is why I am struggling to do a covers video with 5 shiny covers. I always go for the non-shiny versions, which are actually harder to find a lot of the time. I have always loved this cover to issue 27. Very Judge Dredd type cover. I guess this one, issue 29, which is also the non-shiny version. There is a shiny version of this. This is given another hint to where the series goes. Mr. Doom conquers America, and it is glorious. 36. Broderick Kingsley. He is gone by this point, and so is John Roger Moore. Warren Fallis takes over writing with issue 25 or 26. And I will say, Doom 2019 is Warren Fallis's best writing. Who'd have ever thought that an evil, bigoted villain would be good at writing Mr. Doom? Fantastic Force now, and this is an awful condition copy of Fantastic Force 160. Actually, it is in such bad condition that I bought another copy. And the wildest thing is that this isn't the only case of that in this video. And then there is 161. I wonder if I can do 5 dinosaur covers, but with only covers from this pile of comics. 162. I'm seeing double here. 4 things. And then the next one, 163. This story arc is important for mythology reasons. It is one of the first stories to really feature the idea of a multiverse rather than just another reality. The multiverse as a concept is sort of introduced here. Jumping past the 2 issues I already have, here is 166, and then 167, a 2-parter with Hulk, and then 171. My logic was I already have a random part of this story here, so I might as well get another random part. Marvel Spotlight 18. This is another Satan's Son one, and I might be mistaken, but I think this is the one that is one of the best Satan's Son solo stories. Marvel 2-for-1, issue 12. This was something I needed to truly feel like I had all of Bill Bungalow's run on Iron Man. And then number 21, featuring my subscriber that I had to block. And then issue 22, Thor Team Up. This is a story with Seth, the Thor villain. And then, finally, 23, because it is a 2-part story or a 3-part story, depending how you want to see it. I had fun doing an issue of this series before, the Master Edition of the Andy books. This is issue 6, featuring She-Hulks. Big jump over to 22, featuring Sybil Saville. And then 23 with Luke Cage's. This is Spectator Spider-Man 124, which is a fill-in story in between David Peter issues. This one is written by Slums Mackenzie. Grabbing some more from what I call the vague age of Spider-Man. This is Amazing Spider-Man 422. Witness the rebirth of one of Spidey's greatest villains. 423 shows us it is Elektra. Spider-Man, Adjectiveless Spider-Man, the series that launched with Todd McFarlane in the 90s. This is issue 76, the first issue back after the clone died. They renamed the series Peter Parker Spider-Man here to reflect that. Issue 77, bad cover. Issue 78, good cover. Issue 79, only okay cover. Issue 80, a cover. Then I have the 1997 annual, which is Eclipso. Remember when this began as only wanting to get the Spectator Spider-Man issues from this era that were by Jim Tomatoes? And the rest is our other big pile. Spider-Woman. This is issue 0, which I might have already had. It reprints her first appearance from What If. Then I have number 1. This is the series starring Spider-Man's daughter in an alternative, happier future for the Mar-Vell universe. Tom Falcon writes about 98% of the series, and he has his usual collaborators on art. Issue 2, which I also already had, but this is the variant cover. And then there's 3, 4, 5. Look, it is that Venom. Then 6. Already have 7, so here is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with my boy Dark Devil. Might already have had this one too. 13, guest starring the Avengers, or rather, here next, the Avengers of Tomorrow. 14, which has Kanye, the Scarred Spider. 15, with Speedy Bells. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There is a lot to get through here. 21, 22, 23, 24. At the very least, you're learning how to count. 25, double-sized anniversary issue. Here is 26, and then 27. And the condition of this got to me straight away. So again, I got another fucking copy. 28, 29. And I just want to say I ate this character, the one on this cover. It's meant to be Rhodey Rhodes. And he's turned into generic Superman for some reason. And then 31, because 30 is the first issue I hit a brick wall in locating. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. This was the front cover to one of the trades they stopped doing. That was a big reason for taking this route. This is issue 37. They stopped doing the trades, and I am not buying any more epic collections. I don't want them on me bookshelves anymore. Piles of 38, 39, 40, 41 is where we take a big break. Milestone issue 50, Milestone issue 60. It was here when I think Mar-Vell realised that this was officially their longest lasting title starring a female character. So, Celebration of Women issue. Issues 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, and then 66. This is a 6-part story arc called Marked for Death. And at the end, we have the first, and maybe only, Spider-Woman annual. We've had our fill of women, so let's bring in the girls. Spider-Girl issue 47, which begins the final run on her title, written by Ann Nonsense. Issue 48, the one I am most interested in here. I also want to point out, sometimes in videos I will say, oh, this cover, someone has tried to remove the sticker badly. And I always am aware that it might come across as if I am responsible for that, and I am trying to hide that away and blame someone else. But this here is a sticker removed by me. I am really fucking good at it. I mean, this one was unfortunate in that it is a white background and the sticker was a bright orange. And so the discolorization was inevitable. Issue 49, Cheetah guest appears. I think this had a sticker on as well, but I can't even tell where it was. I removed it that well. And then issue 50, which is the last issue. It also has a photo cover. And one of the people in the photo is Marky Mark G, dressed in costume as whichever one he is. Turtles. This is the current ongoing series inspired by the 1989 animated series. This is a variant cover, and I got this because I was delighted to see that Cup Smith from New Invaders was doing the cover here. He watched one of my videos once, and I am in favour of seeing his work on more comics. Then we have two more of the IDW Best Of series. The first is Alopex, a character I have never heard of before, and I think is a new IDW exclusive TMNT character. And the other is Slash. You might remember when I got the entire run of these, I said I would like to see one for Slash, and they only went and did one about Slash. They're doing another IDW exclusive character in July this month. It's probably out now. Dark Leo. So that is the end of this long parade of comics. Nice range of stuff here. Surprising amount of variety for someone who only really cares about Marvel Comics. I look forward to reading some of these, and I really look forward to forgetting to read most of them. Thumbs up is to the power of 7.